So I did remember one other weird thing that happened. This is like part two um, to my original ghost story. This is another one that happened years later. This was like maybe 12 years ago. Um, this is when I was living in Ohio. I live in West Virginia um, currently. So this is another story that I forgot to mention in the first one that happened. And I don't even know how to explain it at all. So I'll just get right into it. I was sitting on a couch with one friend, a former friend of mine, and she was smoking a cigarette, right? As I recall. And I believe it was in the evening, and she was sitting on the left. I was sitting further from the door. The door would be like to the front and slight left of her, and I was sitting further right. So she was smoking a cigarette, and you know how like you get those orange little sparks, fire sparks from the lit cigarette. Um, so she was either trying to put the cigarette out, or like I just saw like some sparks. She was just like tapping it, and there were some sparks. Now immediately after that, though, there was this from the front door, which was, I believe, the door was open, and there was the screen or glass door in front of it that was just open, like a screen door. Um, we both happened to look at the same time. I think that's what we did, at the door, and all of a sudden there was like this like small light orb thing, like ghost orb or light orb thing that it didn't travel from the outside of the door. It basically like appeared in front of the door, but inside of the house, and it was low to the ground. It wasn't high. It was like maybe like knee high, maybe. If somebody were to stand, like a normal adult were to stand, um, and it would be like maybe knee high or a little bit lower than that. And it came towards us. Like, it was slow at first, and then it went kind of fast, but not fast enough to where you couldn't keep your eyes on it real well. And it took a turn towards us and went right past both of us. Um, and then kind of disappeared after it went past me, a little ways after it went past me. It's just gone. It vanished. I've never seen anything like that before. I have no, I don't even know how to explain it. Um, like, I know about like ghost orbs and stuff like that, like, from watching like ghost shows and stuff, but like that's the closest thing that it reminded me of. Um, it did have light to it, kind of like a cigarette, a cigarette spark, like a little fire spark. It was kind of like that, But it was kind of like that, but it wasn't from the cigarette. You know what I mean? Like it was so strange. Um, so yeah, that's my like my little ghost orbs slash like mysterious light orb story. Um, God, yeah, that's so weird. I believe it was like the color like a fire spark color, like orange. I just remember it was lit up like it wasn't a bug. It wasn't a dust particle. Um, I don't know. It wasn't a fly. It wasn't a mosquito. You know, it wasn't a lightning bug. I've lived around lightning bugs all my life. You know that they don't. That it wasn't that. It was a round, perfectly round, like little like it was about the size of like a small marble. We'll go with that. So it had a little bit of size to it. It wasn't like a tiny spark. Like it was pretty. You could see it pretty well, and this didn't last very long. It was really strange. It's just as weird as my first story, the ghost story. I think, honestly, um, we weren't scared. We were just like confused, and I'm glad somebody else saw it too. I'm glad it wasn't just me because I would just like think I was crazy or something. But we were just like confused and like wondering what in the heck did we see. So there's my like light orb, ghost orb, strange little story. Let me know if you've ever had a similar experience. Have you ever seen any of these, and what do you think they are? And I will be back with another video very soon. Maybe I'll tell my UFO story.